So as we spoke today, like the main idea is to do an introduction to Agentforce and to show you like the base of the platform, what you can do, and answer any question you have. So I will show you different aspects. We will be doing an introduction of what is the platform, how you can use it, the benefit of using it. After I will show you a few demos that we built and go through like the main key feature where you will be able to build your agent, build the library of action, because an agent can do several things. And after give you a different like use case of in like how did we implemented Agentforce, and at the end answer your question. If you have any question, you can just let me know at any time and we can go through it. So what is Agentforce? It's basically, if you all heard about ChatGPT, ChatGPT is a chat that is using a large language model, and basically it's a sort of like a calculator, but for the words. Before, like in the past, we had a calculator to calculate number. So we provide numbers as input. But now with the large language model, we are able to do the same, but with words. So we input a question or we input some word, we push them to the large language model, and we are able to receive an answer. Sorry. So like we have been able to do that with ChatGPT, and OpenAI were the main ones, the one that everyone now know. But like for enterprise clients or like in the like business, like corporate world, people want to have the same type of feature, but with their actual system. And as company and organization are using Salesforce already, Salesforce decided to implement this sort of interaction with a large language model named Agentforce. So Agentforce is a tool that will allow you to link your Salesforce product with a large language model to get some insight or action done automatically. The key benefit is that most of like the redundant tasks that are low value added can now be automated, and like humans that are working within the business can now focus on more added value task, because like the main basic task can be automated by a smart agent, which is Agentforce. And Agentforce know on top of that what is within your Salesforce instance, so they will understand the data. A good thing to get started with Agentforce for everyone is that you have here, as you can see, a web page that will allow you to get like a free org. So by requesting the free org, you will be able to pay and to build your own agent for free. So that's a pretty good thing that Salesforce provide. Now, if we go to the live demo, I think the most interesting one, we will show you what we build in Agentforce, and we can get started as soon as possible. So as you can see, I've requested this org, this developer org, and this allows us to access the developer edition that will allow us to build an agent. So in order to build an agent, you can go directly into setup, and within setup, you will go into agent. So in here, as you can see, I have a range of information here related to Agentforce. Where you will build your agent is in Agentforce agent. So you can just click new agent. But before that, you will need to ensure that everything related to Einstein, so I'm thinking about the Einstein bots, are also enabled. So for example, if I go in here, Einstein bot, you will just need to make sure the toggle is on, and I think you will have the same for the Einstein AI. It needs to be enabled. But once you have enabled this kind of basic feature, you can go back directly to Agentforce, and you will be able to create your own agent. So how do you create a new agent? As you can see here, we have two that are created already, but we can create a new one together. We will create new agent, and then we will have the capability to create different type of agent. In general, we always kickstart with the service agent. That's the most basic one that we can kickstart with, and then we can click next. So here we have a range of topic. Topic will be what the agent is supposed to do. The agent can be doing a range of things, such as working with like cases, reservation. Let's say you implement a Salesforce solution for a hotel, like the agent can work to make reservation on your behalf. Delivery issue. I'm thinking about Amazon. Amazon could implement Agentforce to handle the delivery issue, and the general FAQ as well, which is the one that we will use. So as you can see, there is a range of topics, and you can decide which one you are interested in. So we want to do something very simple today, like the basic setup will be to set up the general FAQ. So I've selected the topic general FAQ, and here you will see that I will have a prompt that is already written. So basically, I have a range of instructions that are given to the agent that will allow me and allow the agent to understand what his role is, who he is, what his role is, and what he is supposed to do. So as you can see, as we selected the case topic, we already have a range of text that is inputted. So for example, you are an AI service agent and your job is to help customer with support and other questions. You need to deliver customer interaction, and you support the customer with command inquiry, escalate complex issue. Okay, so that seems to be good. The company, so the company, the company is a training company that helps people upskilling with Salesforce and AI. I just put this as a random ID. Okay, and here you need to put an agent, so we will use like the same one. Okay, I'm quite happy with that. Now I will select the data source. So the data source is where do I take the information from? Because, for example, when you set up an FAQ agent, you want the FAQ agent to answer your customer with what you provide as input. You don't want the agent to invent answer that are not correct and reply wrong answer to the customer. You want that to be accurate, and you will be providing this input directly by selecting a data library. So as you can see here, I will select a new library and I will call it Agentforce Service Agent Library. Well, we can keep this name. And here I will be able to add a file. So there is different type of library. You can have a library that is using your knowledge article. So knowledge article, it's basically customer service support articles that are already stored within Salesforce directly. But you also have the possibility to add your own PDF file. So here I have an FAQ that seems interesting to me that I've created. I will just export it into my download, and I will upload it into my data library. Okay. So I click upload. A good thing to know, a small key restriction that you have on data library is that it's either your knowledge article or the PDF file. You cannot really do both, or you need two different data library in that case. You will click create, and then we might just having a look at that. Okay. And then you will be able to test your agent directly in the builder. So as you can see here, I have everything that is related to data. I have the possibility to add more PDF file for my knowledge article. I can drop as many PDF file as I want. Here, I will have everything that relates to like Salesforce, Service Cloud, Sales Cloud, and communicate with Flow. So if I want to trigger action directed by Flow, but in our case, we won't use that. Context will be variable, but variable that will be able to define who is the customer. So for example, if you ask for an email address, if you ask for like a customer ID, all of that can be added in the context. Language, so English in that case, but let's say your Agentforce is set up in Spanish, for example, you could select Spanish. And event logs, this is where you will do the debugging part. But for us at this stage, we are very interested in topic and data. So data is where we uploaded the file in our data library, and topic is where we have general FAQ. So the one that we selected for this agent. As you can see, it's out of the box here. But let's say tomorrow we want to tweak a bit the prompt, because this is a prompt. Is basically what you will write to ChatGPT is stored in here. It's just like the formatting that is different, but this is what you input to the large language model. If you want to tweak it, you have the possibility to create a new version and to modify or to provide more instruction. So as you can see, there is some that are quite interesting, such as an instruction that say, if you are unable to answer customer question, as if they want to escalate this issue to a live agent. So there is the thing that say, if you are unable to answer the question asked from the customer, do not invent anything. Either ask for more detail, as we can see in this instruction, or escalate to a human. And all of that is specified in the prompt. And here we have what we found. So like the job of the agent, that is to answer question. So topic configuration, I will keep it as default because I'm quite happy with the default setup from Salesforce. And after I have my action. So what are the action is basically when I talk with the Salesforce agent, I can have conversation, but behind that, I will give him action to do. So for example, in the FAQ agent, the action that we give is retrieve the information either from the PDF file or from the knowledge article to provide me an answer. It's quite simple in this use case, but it can be way more complex. And the interesting part is that I can have a range of different actions. So I will show you this one. This one is quite straightforward. It's built with a prompt, and the prompt is basically an input and an output. So input is what is the data that I send to the agent. So for example, like I would like to know this question. So I input this question, and then the output will be what is the format that the agent reply to me. How does the agent reply to me? So it will be, for example, with rich text type. But again, this is interesting because it's out of the box. So I think Salesforce did a very good job here. That is to package all the foundation that you need in order to build your agent. I can show you if I go to agent, you will have in Agent Studio the agent assets. So assets is basically here you have all the topic that we covered before when we created the agent. So as you remember, we choose general FAQ. But in the action, we also have a range of action that are available that will help me once I give an order to the agent to do the actual work, to retrieve the data within Salesforce or update it or create it or like do an action. I can create different type of action as well. So as you can see, we can work with the prompt templates. So for example, in here, when we work with answer question with knowledge, we use a prompt template. But we could also use predictive model, which would be like basically a large language model that will give insight or prediction on like number and action. I could use a flow. So a flow will be, for example, create a case in the CRM or update this contact in the CRM. I can use an API directly. So API would be, for example, update my ERP system or update my website directly or my application. So basically, it's like communicating with an external system. And Apex will that is basically like could do the same as Flow, but it will be like the coding way of doing what the Flow do with point and click. So you have a range of way to create new action. But let's go back to our agent. Now that the agent is done, I can click activate. And if I test it, I'm pretty sure it will not work because it needs about a few hours to populate the data library. But it's not an issue because we also have other agents that are activated. So I can show you the other one, but let's test it to see if it's available. So I ask a random question of my PDF file and we will see, as you can see, yeah, it's not working. So I will show you the first step when it's not working, and then when it's working with the other agent that is activated. So here, as you can see, I ask a question. Are there resources available on SF4AI, which is a website? Here, we can see step by step. So this is like the step-by-step process. I think a nice way to explain is what is happening in the brain of the agent. So the agent understand like the instruction that we give them in the setup. So we gave the agent 5 instruction and 1 action. So the agent is set up that way. Now he receives the question. So here you can see that he sees what is the query, but is unable to find the answer based on the knowledge article, because once you create your FAQ agent, you need to wait, I think, a few hours. And basically, we told him as an instruction, if you are not able to retrieve the information, propose to get help from a live agent. So here you can see the agent is proposing you this. So now I will show you an agent that actually works, so that we can view and ask the question. So I will go not in this one, not in this one. I think in this one. Okay. So I built like this literally like the same agent, but just like a few weeks before, and hopefully now it's working. So I will ask another question. Who should use SF4AI? So here I'm asking another question from the PDF, and we can see that the agent is thinking. So here, the agent will answer directly. So like basically SF4AI, let's say it's a website to learn Salesforce. Like if we ask this question to the agent will answer Salesforce professional, admin, consultant, technical architect, looking to advance their career and leveraging Salesforce AI capabilities. Okay, so here, same process. Let's reanalyze the process. The agent, we input the question to the agent, so this question. The agent remember who he is, what his instruction are. So there's 5 instruction, basically answering question from the customer and providing like accurate answer from the data library that receives the PDF file that is here. Okay. After that, like the agent will use the action answer question with knowledge. So the action that we have shown, that is a prompt template. And here we will see that basically this is where the work is done. So here it will be using what we call RAG. So augmented like retrieval, retrieval augmented generation. So basically RAG is being able to retrieve the information based on a specific context. So here the context is to help us to find the answer to our question. Based on that, the agent will retrieve the question and will provide an answer, and then we will be able to retrieve and to get the correct answer to our question. So now I can ask another one. Does Salesforce SF4AI propose enterprise plan? And here, like the chatbots, like the agent should be able to answer as well. So we will see the process. Yes, tac. So the agent answers the correct question. Now what I will try is to ask it in a different format, because as you can see from the beginning, I have been copy pasting my question, but here I will ask, I will write a question. I'm not sure if I'm the right person to use and here, as you can see, this question, the way it's written is not available in my PDF file. So I will see if the agent understands the question, so yes, and what he answers. SF4AI is ideal for Salesforce professional, aspiring admin, developer, consultant, technical architect who want to advance their career by leveraging Salesforce AI capabilities. If you fall into any of this category, it could be a great fit for you. So as you can see here, and I think that's the main benefit of Agentforce, at least in the basic level, like foundational level, is that the agent is capable to understand natural language. So no matter how you ask the question, the agent will understand it and will be able to provide an answer. Where before, like the chatbot was, if you don't write specifically like the question as the chatbot wants, they won't be able to answer. Okay, so this is working great. Now let's see a question that is totally random. So what is the weather today? So this is totally different from what we want. Why can I assist you with air? So as you can see, like here, like the agent doesn't really understand. Like he understand actually, so but he don't reply because we fall in the category of topic. So off topic will means that the agent will not reply to your question. So that's why we provide instruction, and that's why when you set up your own agent, you need to be very straightforward and specific on what the agent's purpose is, because you don't want people to ask totally random question to your agent. So here it falls under off topic. So this is how you build a basic agent in Agentforce. And as you can see, it's very easy to do. Like I could like we did the same setup in like 20 minutes. And I think one of the great things that Salesforce did to propose like Agentforce is that they simplify the process of setting up the agent. But in fact, there is so much that is happening in the background.